Hey, what's up guys? Andrew here from Extreme Customs. We have a new wheel review for you today. We're gonna take a close-up look at the Ferrada FR3. Now this is a very cool 5-spoke concave style originating from their deep concave series. We have a 19 by 8.5 in the gloss black and then also the silver machined. So we decided to grab two of these from the warehouse quick, make a little video for you guys so you can check them out in case you're interested in this wheel. Now both of them are going to be a 25 offset, and with this 8.5 wide, the cool thing about it is it does come from their deep concave series, but unfortunately this one doesn't have a massive amount of concave. We'll get you a side profile. You'll see a slight bend in the face here, but where it gets really cool is once you get into the wider widths on this particular wheel, you're gonna see this face just smash down, offering massive concave on this style. So it's a very cool style. Originally, when you first look at it, it's just kind of a 5-spoke wheel, but hey, what makes it different? Because there's a bazillion 5-spoke styles. This one is going to feature a face that almost makes it look more like a multi-piece wheel. It's like that 2 or 3 piece. So if you look in here in between the spoke, you're going to see what they call a floating spoke element, meaning that that spoke is popped out away from the lip, nothing connects, and then this whole entire portion here is matte black on the actual 5-spoke, and then the portion of the lip is all gloss black. So really giving it that kind of 2-piece look put together, that floating spoke element looking really cool whether the car is parked or just cruising really slow, pulling into a parking lot. All right, so let's go ahead and measure the lip on our 8.5 wide. You have a little bit of a lip here, so we're looking at about 1.5 inches from the very back portion of the face here, extending out, wrapping around. So 1.5 inches, not too bad on a 8.5 wide. Very neat style on this one. If we jump down to the silver machined here, you're going to see a nice chrome barrel around this, machined face, and then silver on the sides. Now, so of course you have more of your blackout look, more of that classic kind of luxury silver machine look. They do offer 2 other finishes. A big favorite of mine aside from the all black is the bronze with the black. So they do a bronze face with the gloss black lip. So the other style they offer is going to be the machine face with black in between the spoke. So that one gives it a little more depth to the spoke, kind of making it pop out, and I believe that one had a black lip. This wheel is available in square or staggered setups. So let me run through the sizes real quick for you guys. You're gonna see 19 by 8.5, 19 by 9.5, 19 by 10.5. For 20 inch, you have 8.5 wide, 9, 10, 10.5, and 11.5 wide. If we jump over to the 22 inch, you're going to see a 9 wide, a 10.5, and an 11. Now with this deep concave series, it's one of those wheels that it's a 5-spoke, and I know most of the time you can pop any wheel on any car and of course it looks automatically better. This is a style that's really unique, I would say more for the modern muscle car, but I have seen this on a lot of European models. They make this in 5-lug bolt patterns, and there's a ton of bolt patterns to choose from, which is pretty rad because sometimes you run into manufacturers where they only make maybe 3 or 4 bolt patterns. This one has a ton, so let me run through those real quick for you. You're gonna see 5 by 108, by 112, 114, 5 by 115, 5 by 120, 127, and 130. So that's going to give you a lot of different makes and models, and it's also going to let you run this wheel on Jeeps and things like that. I've actually seen the FR3 on Jeep Grand Cherokees, some SRTs and things with that massive concave. Very cool looking wheel on this one. So if you jump into the 10 wides, the 10.5s, the 11s, you're going to see massive concave, and we'll try to get you guys some photos of that so you can really see the dimension that this wheel has to offer in those larger sizes. Now what do the offsets look like? There is a ton of offsets, and of course depending on what width you go with, you're going to see offsets in plus 15s, 20s, 30s, and offsets in the 40s. Once again, if you need that square setup, or if you're running something a little more aggressive and you want the massive concave look, you need a wider wheel in the back for those modern muscle cars, it is available in this style. Now the wheel sounds awesome. What's the price point look like? So you're going to pay a little bit more for the FR3. Like some of the other conventional cast wheels, they're a little bit more of a lower price point. This one's creeping up into that higher price point where typically the wheel starts for a set of 4 around that $1,600 price range, moving all the way up into about $2,500, $2,600 for a set of these. Once again, that's going to depend on what finish you go with, along with what size you get. If you get the bigger wheel, you know, a 22 by 11, 10.5, something like that, of course you're gonna pay a lot more for that. Let me jump back into the wheel here. If we get you some close-ups of the face, you're gonna see a nice Ferrada logo stamped into the actual face of the wheel here. Very cool looking. Once again, both of them having that floating spoke element. Now something that's a little bit different and what makes Ferrada a little more of a nicer high quality wheel is instead of the conventional center caps that would come in being plastic, well, they have just a plastic face and plastic tabs. These are actually going to be aluminum center caps. So they do have some weight to them. They're a little bit heavier. They have the nice Ferrada logo stamped in there, kind of you know, engraved into the actual cap. So you can tell it's a higher quality wheel. Like I said, nice weight to them. But one thing I will point out, unlike some of the other caps where they actually have plastic tabs, these do have metal tabs. So you do need to be careful when you snap those in, just to make sure you're not going to scratch anything on the face of the wheel. So we'll go ahead and get you guys some close-ups of those as well. Now this looks like a great wheel for your car. Simply click the link in the description. You can also see everything from the Ferrada lineup at extremecustoms.com. Drop us a comment comment, let us know what you think of the FR3 if you'd rock this on your vehicle. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will catch you guys on the next wheel review. See ya.